the story of a city where no one has a shadow after sunset. In the far north, beyond maps and forgotten highways, there stood a city called Lunaris. By day, Lunaris was ordinary, markets bustling, children running through narrow streets, vendors shouting prices over the smell of roasted corn and sea salt air. Shadows stretched long across cobblestones like ink spilled from the feet of every passerby. But when the sun began to sink, something impossible happened. The moment the last rim of sunlight dipped below the horizon, all shadows disappeared. Not faded, not shortened, gone. At first, visitors didn't notice. Twilight is soft, it plays tricks on the eyes. But if you looked carefully, you'd see it. Streetlights flickered on, neon signs glowed. People walked beneath them, but beneath their feet, nothing, no dark outline, no stretching shape, no proof that light was being blocked. It was as if darkness refused to cling to anyone after sunset. The people of Lunaris never spoke about it. It had been that way for as long as memory allowed. Children were taught a simple rule: be home before the shadows leave. No one explained why. A photographer named Idris arrived one autumn evening. He specialized in rare phenomena, eclipses, auroras, desert mirages. Lunaris fascinated him. He set up his tripod just before sunset in the central square. At 6:43 p.m., the sun slipped away. Idris checked his camera screen. His breath caught. The square was lit by lampposts, but there were no shadows beneath the benches, no darkness under cars, not even the faint outline beneath his own boots. He turned slowly. The people looked normal, too normal. Their expressions were calm, almost rehearsed. Then he noticed something worse. Though the ground showed no shadows, the walls did. High up along the buildings, faint silhouettes clung to brick and glass, shapes that did not match the people below. A woman standing alone had two shadows on the wall behind her. A child's shadow appeared taller than any adult, and one shadow moved when its person did not. Idris lifted his camera again. Click! The shutter froze. Battery dead. He had charged it fully that afternoon. When he looked up again, the shadows on the walls were gone. The people were staring at him, all of them. At once, an elderly man stepped forward. "You're not from here," he said gently. Idris shook his head. The man smiled in a way that didn't reach his eyes. "In Lunaris," he said, "shadows do not belong to us after sunset." "Then who do they belong to?" Idris whispered. The streetlights flickered, and for a split second, Idris saw it. The ground was not empty. It was crowded. Layer upon layer of overlapping shadows pressed flat against the earth, writhing silently like ink beneath glass. Waiting. The next morning, Idris was gone. His hotel room was untouched.